Recently, in a quarterly with one of my long-standing clients, the issue about ownership comes in. Leaders are people who take ownership. When it is their rock on the table, they say, this is my rock, this is how I'm going to develop it, these are my milestones, and this is what success is going to look like. I'm going to drive this rock. They take ownership of it. If something goes wrong in their team, or someone says that something maybe wasn't delivered well in their team, they take ownership and they say immediately, okay, I take full accountability for this. I'll speak to the team, we'll get it right, and we'll get back to you. That's with their colleagues around the table. The same principle happens everywhere. It's this thing of stepping up to the plate and taking ownership. The opposite of this is where you have to hold people accountable. If you're at the table and the people, the leaders, don't step up and take ownership of theirs, take on the accountability that goes with it, then the overall leader has to hold people accountable. It becomes this place of where it's more of the stick than the carrot. And in EOS, we believe that the carrot of bringing people to that place where they step up to the plate, where they buy in, where they commit, and then accountability follows, that is where we want to live. We all want to have an EOS life where leaders take ownership, where leaders drive their accountability, where we all are working together to have a great time. There are companies that are successful with this accountability coming from the top, where you are holding people accountable. And if you don't do this, you get your first warning. If you don't do this, there's another warning. And by the third warning, you're out of there. That is the opposite of true leadership. In my opinion, I've seen it happen all the time. When a team starts gelling, and when every member of the senior leadership team takes ownership of their area, and they get trusted by the rest of the team to take ownership of that area because they've demonstrated it. They've taken accountability if something goes wrong. They've brought their people to the front. They've worked with their people all the time. If that starts happening, magic starts happening because they start working together. It becomes a little competitive of who's going to be the best, but they always focus on what's most important for the company. So we deliver this for the company. So there you have it. If you have accountability problems in your teams, maybe it's a fact of, or a case of, your leaders aren't taking ownership of what's theirs. And maybe you're not trusting them and letting them take ownership of those areas. It's a fine balance. The top leader needs to be able to extend this to the rest so that they can make mistakes, but they take ownership. And we also celebrate their successes all the time. But that ownership is incredibly important. So there you have it. The word ownership is important. Leaders take ownership for what they're accountable for. And then accountability becomes an outcome. It doesn't become this thing that you have to drive. I hope this is helpful.